Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. It's Kevin here. I've got another Bath & Body Works haul for you this fall. What am I up to now on Bath & Body Works hauls yet? 4 or 5? I've lost track of it. I've got another one coming, a couple more online exclusive hauls. I've heard through the grapevine, and I just made the purchase just now. Porchside Pumpkin and Dutch Apple Waffles are both returning, but both are online exclusive only. Both are one-hit wonder fragrances too, so we only saw them both one time. That should be interesting to see these two fragrances come back because I know a lot of people never got to experience them. I'll be honest, I'm surprised to see Porchside Pumpkin come back. It was divisive. I mean, it was never a big seller or anything. It was never real beloved or anything, so it's a unique fragrance. I would kind of consider it maybe in the vein of, not the same style of fragrance at all, but in the same vein as that more abstract fall fragrance, kind of like Fall Farmhouse. So it's good to see those returning, and I will have that haul coming up here pretty soon as well. I've also got a huge Goose Creek fall haul as well. I'm gonna have a Homeworks haul coming up. I've got a couple of Kringle candle reviews. Guys, we're jam-packed over here. But let's start with this haul. A couple of collections that just came out from Bath & Body Works. And we'll start with this one right here, Pumpkin Clove. I actually picked up a couple of pumpkin cloves, so 2 of these. I noticed in my collection, and I'm really starting to love this too when I notice this, I don't have any pumpkin clove candles in my collection, and I'm always surprised by that, but I'm noticing it more and more that I don't really have some of this stuff anymore. I noticed it earlier this year with Cider Lane. I didn't have any of that one as well. So it's really cool to see my collection dwindling down like that. But yeah, Pumpkin Clove, this fragrance came out for the first time in 2019. God, I don't know, man. That might be my favorite pumpkin from Bath & Body Works ever. I know I recently gushed about pumpkin carving as well. It's tight. I always end up reaching for this one though, Pumpkin Clove. It gets compared to this fragrance right here. It is my old Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. This is the only one I have, and I only bought it for the label a few years ago. Yeah, they're similar quite a bit. I feel like Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin just doesn't have that same pop to it. I don't know, it feels flat somehow. And there's just more of that clove in Pumpkin Clove as you would expect. The notes on it are clove buds, ground cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg, and fresh pumpkin. So yeah, I mean, I get that nutmeg quite a bit, especially when I go back and forth between Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin and Pumpkin Clove. That just feels empty somehow. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've never really been a huge fan of Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, the candle, but Pumpkin Clove, just smelling it here, comparing it, there's just something about it. It has such a backbone to it, whereas I feel like Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin's almost a little bit hollow. Pumpkin Clove, picked up 2 of these, and I combined it with this fragrance right here. And it's this one right here, Pumpkin Bonfire. I feel like every single time they release Pumpkin Bonfire, they release Pumpkin Clove along with it, because I have never bought one and not bought the other in the same haul. I don't know how that's always worked out. This fragrance came out for the first time in 2020. I remember that fall very distinctly. I think a lot of us sadly remember 2020 very distinctly. White pumpkin, a bundle of clove buds, and glowing embers. And I made the comment then this was the best new fragrance that we have seen from Bath & Body Works, and I don't know how long. It's been such a long time since I'd had this kind of reaction to a fragrance back then at that time. And I'll go on record and say this is the best fragrance since that time that we've seen for fall. And I know it's not going to be for everybody. It's kind of a smokier fragrance. This, to me, if you want a really great mixing experience for Halloween or even the month of October, And you don't own spiced pumpkin and patchouli from Bath & Body Works, because I've always said that candle right there is Halloween night in a jar. But if you want a great mixing experience for that time of year or Halloween night, go with this right here, pumpkin clove and pumpkin bonfire together. Yeah, that's taking it to a whole nother level. And pumpkin bonfire, happy to see it back. I still had one left. I wasn't without any, but I had one left, and it was from that original release year in 2020. Does anybody remember it being released with that banana walnut muffin, I think is what it was? Another great fall fragrance. But yeah, I picked up pumpkin bonfire, and I will buy another one of those as well. This one right here came out for the first time last year, and it is maple pumpkin. The notes on this one are pumpkin spice, sweet maple syrup, and brown sugar. To me, this is pretty straightforward. It's a very simple kind of maple caramel cream blend. I don't really get a ton of pumpkin on cold, and I don't remember getting a ton of pumpkin when it was burning either. And I've never been a huge fan of just maple fragrances. And I feel like there's a good amount of caramel here too. So I don't know, it doesn't really do too much for me, but I did want to give it a burn this year and try it out again. I was one and done with it last year. I didn't really enjoy it too much. In fact, we're gonna go back to the well and see what happens. Maple pumpkin. And then this one, a new collection that I saw here recently hit, Welcome Home. I want to say this one came out for the first time in 2018. I think it was 2018, maybe 2017, but notes on this one are cinnamon sugar, warm apple butter, clove buds, and brown sugar. First thing that hits me is the brown sugar. I swear it's like walking past a Cinnabon, that store in the mall, walking past it. That's the smell of this fragrance right here. It's pretty simple. It's that brown sugar and it's the cinnamon sugar. So a good amount of something gourmand here and sweetness. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I kind of get like a cinnamon roll or a cinnamon bun. Really, if we kind of break it down to its simplest type of smell, that's what I smell. I could even stretch myself to smelling like an apple fritter here. But yeah, that's like walking past a Cinnabon. It smells buttery, it smells sugary, it smells spicy. Welcome Home, that's a good one. A classic that we've seen a few times since it came out. And then this one, I want to say this one came out for the first time in 2023. It's back again, Cozy Sunday Night. This has always been a fan favorite in the community, I've noticed. Warm cinnamon, crystallized ginger, and vanilla bean. And what's interesting about this fragrance is I've always got a tree note from this. And of course, there's no tree note listed, cinnamon, ginger, vanilla bean. But it's like a confectionery tree note. So like gourmand meets outdoorsy is kind of similar to, not similar in the fragrance, but the style is similar to the Perfect Christmas, where you kind of get sweet gourmand notes with a very noticeable Christmas tree note. And I'm smelling a tree note here in this as well. But I could even get along with this being a fall candle too. So Cozy Sunday Night, that's a really good one, guys. And the last one I have in this haul, I actually picked up two of it, is this one right here. I think this is a brand new fragrance this year, Cinnamon Sugar Coffee Cake. Now, Bath & Body Works is doing a lot of coffee fragrances for fall this year. And this one of the coffee fragrances, because notes are freshly baked coffee cake, cinnamon sugar crumble, and gooey caramel swirl. Yeah, of the coffee fragrances that have come out this fall, this one is the least amount of coffee, but I still kind of get that cakey, almost chocolatey, not near as chocolatey coffee though as some of the other ones. It's definitely very gourmand, and that cinnamon sugar really stands out. I could see some people thinking this is a little bit too basic, but I don't mind it. And like I said, I don't have to have gourmand or bakery for fall. That's not necessary for me, but this one does distinctly feel like fall. So I'm happy to pick it up. I knew I was going to come back for it. And there was a good sell, candles for $12.95 right now. So that's my haul, guys, my 3-wick candle haul from Bath & Body Works. Let me know what you've picked up in this most recent haul. And let me know if you guys are excited about the one-hit wonder online exclusives showing up. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.